I did like I said. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're good. Hopefully we'll have a good recording for everybody. And Sarah and I met, we first attended Summit together 4 years ago, I believe. And we had become coaches around the same time. And we just met, first Summit about 6 months or so in, and became friends right away. And I love her so much, and she's the best. And I look up to her a lot. She's like my little sister who knows way more than me in lots of things. And I love Adam as well, too, her other half. So thanks so much, Sarah, for taking the time and getting on our call tonight and sharing your information with us. I'm going to hopefully make you big. And then you can take it away. Thanks so much for sharing with us. And the topic will be about creating a full-time income. Yep. So awesome, Sarah. Thanks.
Thanks, Colleen. Okay, guys. So I'm Periscoping live. So Periscope, all my followers are watching the screen here. So thanks for allowing me to do that and experiment with this kind of thing. So it's pretty fun. So I'm going to try really hard not to be distracted by my Periscopers. So Periscopers, I'm not ignoring you, I promise. Just focusing on the team call. So you guys, my name is Sarah Try, and I am coming on to my 4-year anniversary as a Beachbody coach. Like, can you guys even believe that? 4 years, December 21st will be my anniversary, 4 years as a coach. And I really just started as a Beachbody coach to get the discount on Shakeology. Adam really just kind of pushed me into doing it and saying, let's just do Shakeology for the discount for a couple months and see how it goes. And so I was like, all right, let's do it. And the more results we got, we were both hooked, and the rest is really history. And seriously, like, my life has just completely changed in the last 4 years. I know a lot of you have followed my journey, and I've been with you guys when I was a baby coach and part of Team Dynamite, and then as I broke off and created Team Triceps. And it's been incredible. I mean, Beachbody has completely changed our lives. And I really feel like the success comes from a mindset. It comes from that mindset that I can do it and that I can achieve anything that I put my mind to. I saw so many people at that first summit that Colleen was talking about, like, have success. And I was like, if they can have success, I can have success. We're all normal people, and if they can do it, I can do it. So I just had this mindset that I could do anything and that I could make it happen. And then, of course, I had to show up every day. So the consistency is key, and I'm going to talk a lot about that today. But, the consistency is key in showing up and just really just making it a priority in your life and just knowing that you want a better life. There was always something in me that I wasn't settling for the life that I had. Not that I had a bad life. I mean, my life wasn't bad before Beachbody. I just felt like I wanted more. I felt like I wanted something more. I felt like I wanted to add more purpose. I wanted to have a more fulfilling life in what I was doing. And Beachbody has been able to do that for me. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. Does anybody remember what this is? Does anybody remember what this is? Does anybody remember what this is? Does anybody have one of these on the call? Does anybody have one of these?
Stop it right now.
Yeah. Okay, so a few of you have this. A lot of you have no fucking clue what this is. What is
Oh
this?
my God.
Okay, so I don't have this on my desk because I drink a lot of wine, or because it's pretty, or because I love Andrea, which I do. Nor do I have this on my desk because I dream big. I have this on my desk to remind me of consistency, to remind me to show up every single day in this business. Andrea made these for us at a Team Dynamite event at the end of 2012, I believe, to help us dream big for 2013. And how many of you on this call have one of those? I don't know. I didn't see all the hands, but probably just under 5, I would assume. And she probably made 50 of them. Andrea, I don't know. Do you know how many you made?
Yeah, gosh, it was probably around 40 or 50 of those classes.
Okay. So you guys, it's all about showing up every day. Be the person that outlasts everybody else. If you're still here and you have one of these, you probably have success in this business because you're still here. You're still showing up on team calls. You're still being consistent. it's all about the priority, right? So I have this on my desk to remind me to outwork everybody and to show up every day over everybody else, because I know that will bring me success. So that's what we're going to talk about too, is how do we create this full-time income? How do we do that? It's really easy, guys. It's consistency. So I'm going to help you make a plan that fits for you. And everybody's going to have a different plan because everybody has a different life. And maybe your plan is going to get you to a full-time income really fast. Maybe your plan isn't going to get you to that full-time income fast. But you have to understand where you are in life, where your priorities are, and how much you can really put forth into this business right now in your life. So I know a lot of noise. So you guys, I know for me, like, I created a full-time income pretty fast, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to do it if you didn't do it as fast as me. That's not what that means. What it means is that you just have to do it. You just have to continue to do your activity a little bit longer. If you continue to build your business and do the stuff that you're supposed to do, that you set out to do, that you've committed to do every single day, no matter how small or big it is, you're going to have success 100%. Okay? So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. That's okay. Let me see if I can pull this up. You guys see that? Okay. I'm going to try and share the whole thing. Can I do that? And it's, oh no, not that way. Let's see, present. There it is. Okay, once this loads, then we're good. Okay, good. Everybody can see that? Beautiful. So you guys, we're going to plan our weekly activity to match our income goals. How does that sound? Good? Because we all have income goals, you guys. And as coaches, you can't be all about the money. Remember, it's not about the money. It's about helping people. Of course, we're in this as a business, and we're in this to create an income and to create a future for our family. But you have to put people first. I'm going to show you real quick on Periscope what it says on top of my computer, and I'll read it to you guys on the call. It says, I believe in helping you live a life you deserve, your very own life by design. And the reason I have that on my computer is to remind me why I do this every day, because I have been so lucky to create my life by design that I have to share it with others. I have to tell others about this. So that's what keeps me motivated every single day. So yes, we can make a significant full-time income with this business, but that is not what we're all about. What we are all about is helping people and pay it forward. Okay, awesome. So there's a few chats and questions. I just would like to see that. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Overtook your whole screen. That's okay. It'll be recorded, Nikki. I promise. It'll be worth it. Okay, girlfriend? Oh, no. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, guys. So your
actually, Sarah.
Yeah.
On the screen, on my screen, it only is showing like part of yours. So I think it's better in the first way you had it.
So exit out like this?
Like not the present. Yeah. I can see your whole, I mean, I know I can see the side too, but I couldn't see the whole.
Wait, no, that's fine. I can totally do that.
That's better. That's good. That's a little bit bigger.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. So what is your basic weekly activity? Everybody should know this, but we're going to go over it anyway. So your basic weekly activity as a Beachbody coach is to send invites. If you're not sending personal invites, you're not going to build your business, right? So you have to be sending personal invites, and you have to be talking to people on the regular. Okay, so make sure that you're sending out personal invites, that you're not just posting about joining your team or your challenge groups. You actually have to go out and contact people directly, right? Okay, second is follow-ups. And you guys, follow-ups is so huge, and I would prefer to put follow-ups first. Sorry, I'm gonna see if, can we mute that person? Can you mute all participants and then unmute me? I'm just getting a lot of feedback. There we go. Yay, okay, perfect, thank you. Okay, so follow-ups, I would seriously prefer to put follow-ups first, because follow-ups are where all the magic happens. But in order to have a follow-up, you have to have an invite first. So follow-ups come second, but you have to do follow-ups to reach people. I always tell this story of I was supposed to go to the dentist sometime earlier this year, and I kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and until they finally called me like 6 months later, like, Sarah, you really need to get into the dentist. But I knew I needed to go, but I never took the step myself to say I needed to do it. So how many people that you've talked to know they need to lose weight, but because you're not sending them a follow-up message to check in on them, they're not doing it? Okay. Follow-ups are huge, and you need to be stepping up your follow-up game. Okay. Basic weekly activity number 3, you need to be adding new friends to your network all the time. You need to be adding people. You need to be meeting new people. Periscope is a great place to meet new people. Instagram is a great place to meet new people. There's tons of social media networks. I mean, Facebook, if you have a like page, ads, great place to meet new people. Facebook groups. Tons of places, and I'm sure you guys have lots of training on that. But you have to be adding new people to your network no matter what. You have to be having new conversations with people. And one really great way to have new conversations with people is instead of posting on somebody's timeline for their birthday, send them a personal message on their birthday. That just starts a conversation, and it's really easy to just say, hey, Colleen, happy birthday. Like, we haven't talked in so long. What are you doing? What have you been up to? Really easy way to start a new conversation. Ongoing conversations, okay? Those are key. Like, you have to keep the conversation going. That's a big part of this is when you start the conversation, you have to be the one that's asking questions and keeping that conversation going. And then, of course, you have to be engaging and mentoring your team. Okay, guys, so now that we know the basic weekly activity, we need to reverse engineer your income. So how much income do you want to make consistently per week with your Beachbody business 1 year from today? You guys can comment on Periscope, or you guys can comment here in the chat box. But what would you like to make 1 year from today consistently per week? 150, 250, 500, 1,000, or 2,000? What would you like your weekly paycheck to be? I mean, I'd love to hear. I don't see anybody in the chat box yet. Okay, good. Tiffany on Periscope says 500. Oh, there we go. There's some action. You guys just must be like writing down a lot of notes. There we go. 500, 250, 500, 1,000, 500. Beautiful. Colleen's just going above and beyond. 3,000. There you go, girl. Okay. So that's a whole other call. I'm just kidding. Good, you guys. Okay, so thank you for engaging in that. That's all possible. And I'm going to show you guys specific activity for each one of these levels of income. Okay, sounds good? But before we get into that, I want to show you what generates income. Like, what are the monthly things that you have to do to generate income? Okay, so we have the weekly activity. We talked about what the weekly activity was, but what are the results? So activity creates results. Activity is not the same as results. Activity is what creates results, yes? So here are the results that you need to get every single month to generate income. You need to sign coaches in your business every month. You need to inspire people to join your team and bring people on your team every single month. You need to bring on challengers to your business every single month. You need to get challengers on. And then, of course, you need to get your personally sponsored coaches to Success Club. And even taking a step beyond that, not just personally sponsored coaches, but coaches in your downline. So, I worked with my downline, like deep in my downline, for 2 full years before I stepped back and had to just work with my PS coaches. I was always digging into my downline, creating a culture of Success Club. That's huge. Okay, so here we go, guys. This is the jam right here. And I know this seems like algebra and you're like, holy shit, I don't know what any of this is. And you probably saw it on your kids' homework the other night. So I'm sorry, but my mind works in numbers. So if you need to replay this, you can. And if you want to ask any questions, you can. So here's how it goes. So X is equal to the number of coaches that you want on your team and the number of challengers that you want on your business or to join your business every single month, right? Y is the number of coaches you want to help get to Success Club. So we're going to do simple algebra here. So if you want to sign up 1 coach per month, you need to be sending out 2 business invites per week, because this is the formula per week. So when I say business invites, those are like brand new business invites. Those are not follow-ups. Those are brand new business invites. Okay? So taking this formula, we're going to plug it in to each one of the incomes. So if you're interested in making $150 consistently per week, that's $600 a month, not too shabby. That's a car payment and gas right there. If you're interested in making $150 per week consistently 12 months from today, this is what you need to do every single week for 52 weeks. Are you in? Every single week for 52 weeks. Can't miss a week. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Okay, and seriously, guys, side note, I don't know for sure if this is going to happen. I mean, I can't guarantee this, but this is like from my experience. This is my best guess. Like if you're doing this consistently, you are going to see success. Like you are going to see success. And if you're doing this right now consistently and you're not seeing success, I would encourage you to ask your upline coach to look at your messages and to read the conversations that you're having with people, because something's off with the conversations you're having. So let's get back to this. So if you want to make $150 per week consistently 1 year from today, every single month you need to be signing 1 new coach and 2 new challengers. So what does that look like? Hey, guess what, guys? That's Success Club 5. So not only are you bringing in a coach and challengers every single month, but you're also hitting Success Club 5 every single month for the next year. Who doesn't want to hit Success Club 5 for 12 months straight and become a Success Club 5 All-Star? We all do, right? So this is it. This is your plan to be a Success Club 5 All-Star right here. So what's the weekly activity? So the weekly activity, I'm going to switch this on Periscope because it keeps going in and out. Sorry, guys, is that giving you a headache? So the weekly activity for $150 per week is business invites, 2 per week. Challenge group invites, 4 per week. Follow-ups. So in the follow-up category, I am combining business invites and like challenger invites all together. So you need to be sending 12 follow-ups total for this every single week. New conversations, 6 new combos, 6 ongoing convos, and then 6 new friends every single week. So what is an ongoing convo? I get this question all the time. What is an ongoing convo? That is truly just you talking to somebody, just shooting the shit, like just getting to know them, saying, hi, how are you? What are you doing in life? Like just getting to know people and like genuinely being interested in people. I learned so much just by talking to people, just by having conversations with people, whether we talk about traveling or where they live or what they do. I learn a ton. I don't talk to people just to get a Success Club point. I talk to people because I know that I want to learn from them and that maybe possibly I can help them with something. And if I can't help them with something, maybe somehow we can help each other in some other kind of way. But I'm always like, looking to serve people. How can I serve someone better? Okay. So that's really what an ongoing conversation is just keeping that conversation going. All right, guys. So now we're going to move on to the next bracket of income. Does everybody understand what's going on right now? Like everybody's good on this? I'm just going to look through everybody to make sure I have I don't have any blank stares, but I have like thumbs up and yeses. Okay, good. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. You guys are awesome. Okay, so now for 250. So Periscope, I'm moving it back just so you guys can see this. And sorry, it's going to be coming in and out. It like does this weird like thing. I don't know why it does that. Okay, it's like trying to focus. Oh, now it's good. Okay, cool. So $250 consistently per week. You guys, that is $1,000 per month. Who could use an extra $1,000 per month? I mean, I just bought a pair of Fry boots and I could buy a pair of those every single week and those are expensive. So yeah, sure, I could use extra $1,000 per month. But for real though, that's a huge bonus in your life, in your income. Yes, that can significantly change things for your family. $250 consistently per week. And you guys, the reason why I'm breaking it down this way is because not everybody has the opportunity to do a lot of work every single day. So this makes it more doable. And remember, this is on the weekly, you guys. This is on the weekly. So you're going to break this down on your schedule to make it like a daily thing for you so that you understand what you need to do daily, right? So 12 months from today, if you want to be making $250 per week, here's what you need to do every single month. These are the results that you need to get. 2 coaches per month and 2 new challengers per month. And then 1 coach to Success Club 5. Okay? So 1 coach to Success Club 5. Now, here's what we do with this. This is the same formula. So business invites, 4. Challenge group invites, 4. This is on the weekly. Remember, this is on the weekly, not on the monthly. Follow-up, 16. New conversations, 8. Ongoing combos, 8. New friends, 8. I know that seems like a lot, but if you guys break this down on the daily, it's not that overwhelming. It's like power hours. It's like getting it in your power hour. And I feel like when you have a plan like this, like tangible things that you need to do, like I need to send out 1 business invite today. I need to send out 3 follow-ups, and I need to add 2 new friends to my network today. Done, done, and done, and boom, you're on your way to hitting your weekly activity. Here's the new one in this. This is new. One-on-ones with coaches. If you want to get one of your coaches to Success Club 5, then you need to, what was the formula? The formula was 2 times the amount of coaches that you want to get there. So every week you need to be having 2 one-on-ones with your coaches. And if you don't have 2 coaches who want to have one-on-ones, then just have one-on-ones with the coaches who do, okay? So some of this is going to be customizable for your business. Okay, we good? Let's move on. 500. So here we go. Big money. $2,000 a month, you guys. $2,000 a month. That's a significant increase in your income. So $2,000 a month consistently. So $500 consistently per week, 12 months from today. Here's what you need to start achieving to make that happen. Every month you need to sign 3 new coaches, 3 new challengers, and get 2 PS coaches to Success Club 5. Okay, so when you look at it like that, like the results, you're like, that is overwhelming to sign 3 new coaches, 3 new challengers, and get 2 of your coaches to Success Club 5. That seems really overwhelming. But like I've been doing, we're breaking this down. We're breaking this down right here. Sorry, this is like off. Let me pull this guy up so you guys can see this. Okay, so same thing, guys, same kind of formula here. This is on the weekly, so you're sending 6 new business invites. These are new. The business invites and the challenge group invites have to be new. If they're not new, you know what they are? They're a follow-up. It's a follow-up. So just think about this. So if you're sending 6 brand new business invites every single week, brand new, you're putting the business in front of 24 new people per month. Yeah, that's scary. It's scary. But you know what, you guys? You can break this down and you can do 1 a day. And when you do 1 a day, you're going to get so good at it. You're going to be like an expert. When I was building my business hardcore in 2013, when I was dreaming big, 2013, I did a business opportunity call every single week. Every single week I did it consistently. Even when nobody got on, even when people got on and ruined my call because there was so much background noise and I had no idea how to mute them. Even when it was just my team that got on, I still did the call because it was consistent practice for me to learn how to talk about the business. So if you're sending 1 business invite per day and you take like a Sunday off, think how good you're going to be at that. You're going to be like a friggin' pro at sending business invites and talking to people. And you're going to feel really comfortable talking to people about business, about this business. So how many people think to themselves, like, I could never be so good at talking about this business. Like, I struggle with feeling good, not blabbing, not just like, you know, I never know what to say. Well, here's how you get better at it. You practice. You consistently practice. I mean, it's like one of those things that we all know, but we never do. I remember Andrea Sims always telling me from, I think this is Slight Edge, Jeff Olson, like, it's easy to do, but it's really easy not to do. So it's a choice. Like, you have a choice every single day. Like, will you get out of your comfort zone and send that 1 business invite? Is the $2,000 per month worth it to you? Is it worth getting outside of the comfort zone? I think most of us would say yes. Okay, so we're gonna whiz through the next ones here just because it's literally the same formula, guys. The only thing that's changing here are the monthly goals. That's what's being input into the formula here. So to make $1,000 consistently per week or $4,000 per month, we're gonna work towards 4 new coaches, 4 new challengers, and 4 PS Coaches to Success Club 5. Okay, so now this one here is going to take a significant jump in activity. So you've got to be really ready to be putting some time into your business. So you've got to know where you're at in life. You've got to know where you're at with your family. You have to know how much time you have to put into this business, right? So if you're only going to be able to put 1 hour in a day, I mean, this probably isn't going to work for you. You maybe want to start with the $150 per week one, and then work your way up if it's something that you're feeling consistent with, okay? So here we go. Business invites, 8. Challenge group invites, 8. Follow-ups, 32. New combos, 16. Ongoing combos, 16. New friends, 16. One-on-ones with coaches, 8. Can you guys imagine if you added 16 new people to your network every single week? Could you imagine if you started 16 new conversations every single week? I mean, could you imagine what your inbox would look like? How many people are like, oh man, nobody messaged me today. Don't have anything in my inbox. You know why? You know why, guys? Because you're not sending any messages. You're not sending any messages. You have to send a message to get one. That's just how it works. Okay, so now that we're clear on that, this next one is my favorite one, and not because it's big money, because this is a big deal. This is big money, and right here, you guys, this is your 6-figure salary right here. If you're making $2,000 per week consistently, you are going to be a 6-figure earner in Beachbody. So here we go. This is why I love this one, not only for that it's big money, but because this is what's going to get you to elite. If you have a big goal or a big dream to become an elite coach, this is what you do right here. This is what you follow on the weekly. And this is what you do monthly too. So we started, Team Tricep started, Carly and I, we started an elite push group in January of last year, and we had 17 people join us on the elite push group. And this is what we went by for weekly activity. And 5 new coaches, 5 new challengers, and 5 PS Coaches to Success Club 5. If you do that every single month, you will be an elite coach. I mean, there's definitely other things that have to happen, but this is your blueprint for elite coach. And I think 6 of us, well, I think 7, including me, are going to hit elite this year. So that's pretty amazing. So this works if you put in the work. And the people out of the 17 that didn't make elite, probably just because, you know, life got in the way and they just didn't put in the activity. That's the reason why they didn't hit elite. Not that they didn't want to. The activity wasn't here. Because let's think about this, you guys. This weekly activity, this is a lot of time. I mean, this is huge. So here's what I'm going to suggest to you guys. You need to sit down and you need to think about all of this. How much time do I have to give to my business? How much time can I give to my business every single day? How much time can I give weekly? And you need to sit down and figure out a plan for yourself. And don't be too hard on yourself when one week it's a total disaster, because it's going to take you a little while to figure it all out, right? It's going to take you a while to figure out how long it takes you to do all this stuff. It's going to take you a while to figure out if you want to do business invites all on one day, or if you want to do challenge group invites all on one day, or if you want to do a little bit every single day. Excuse me. It's going to take you a little while to figure all that out, okay? So I just want you to be patient, and I want you to practice. And I think the best thing to do if you're really not sure, I think, is to start at the beginning, to start with the first one and to see how it goes, and to see, is it easy? Is it hard? Okay, and then you can kind of go from there and tweak and maybe take it up a notch. So real quick, I want to show you guys what I do on my Coach One-on-Ones. So here's what I do on my Coach One-on-Ones, because I know you may not be doing Coach One-on-Ones yet. But here's what we do. I make them about 20 minutes each, and we discuss 3 things. 1 good thing that happened to you this week, 1 thing you're struggling with, check in with your goals, and then any questions. And a lot of my coaches, we either do weekly or bi-weekly calls depending on their goals. And I will tell you guys, coach one-on-ones are a secret sauce because you can form some amazing relationships and get real and down with what's going on with that coach when you have one-on-ones. I don't know, it's just a really good time to connect and build a relationship with your coach. So you need to make time for the one-on-ones, even if they're just 15 minutes. So here's what I'm going to ask you guys to do. Show up daily. I want you to show up daily. You guys, you can do this. You can show up daily. If you want this bad enough, if this change of lifestyle, if this income means this much to you, you will make a change. You will make a change. Your actions show how bad you want this. And I was talking to a coach today, and we were just chatting about her goals and what she wanted and how bad she wanted to change, but her actions haven't shown that she wants a change. And I told her to say out loud, I am unwilling to change. I am unwilling to make the sacrifice to change my life. And she wouldn't say it out loud. You know why? Because that is not what she wants, but that is what she is doing. What you say and what you do are two different things. If you want this, you have to show up daily. End of fucking story. End of story. So this is my challenge to you guys, is to focus and be on point for 30 days. It's the beginning of December. This is the perfect time to implement this now. Pick one of these and focus on it for 30 days. You can totally do that. You can totally get one of these and just implement this activity, figure it out so that you're starting off the new year like bam, right into it like it's your job. Because you know what, it is your job, right? So you guys, I'm going to open it up for questions, and anyone that needs the slides, I will absolutely send them to Colleen so you guys can have those slides. I'll send them to Andrea, Angie, whatever. So you guys have access to those. But any questions that you guys have? No? That was everything? That was everything you ever wanted to know, I'm sure, huh?
Hey, Sarah.
Yeah.
How much time do you spend a day, even now as you're traveling in the RV and things like that?
Oh gosh, that's such a good question. So right now we are not traveling in the RV. We're actually we're in Wisconsin, back at our house, and so I'm working a lot more right now. But when we were traveling, I was probably only working 2 to 3 hours a day at most. When we first were traveling and when we were remodeling that thing, it was like I was barely getting any work done. But I also have an assistant that works for me that does an amazing job, so that helps a ton. And, you know, I would have done it a lot differently. I really thought that we were going to have so much time in that RV, but it really wasn't the case. So it was definitely a lot different than what I thought it was going to be. And but it's like a learning experience, you know what I mean? Like I just went with it and just went with, you know, kind of rolled with it, and I'm back. And I kind of found that taking that much time off and not really doing what I was super passionate about kind of left a lull in my life, you know, like I'm back here and I've been able to work like full days and I feel like myself again. So it's good. It was like a really good learning experience. And we're actually going back. The RV is in San Antonio right now. So we are headed back to San Antonio in January, the 1st or 2nd of January. And we'll be there for 2 to 3 months. So we'll have more routine established there. I mean, when you're traveling to a new place every 3 days, it's really, really hard to make some sort of schedule. So I totally feel all of you guys that are busy and doing a million things. And that's when you just really have to be organized, and you just have to say, I have 2 hours and this is what I have to do. You know, like that's why you need those tangible things with your power hours to make it happen. Okay, so Julie asked, is December typically a hard month due to Christmas? You know, I don't think so. I feel like people are ready to go in December. It really just depends on the example that you're setting and the people that you're talking to. I always, I tell my team from October on that if you're having conversations now, you're setting people up for success all through the fall. I mean, I would say traditionally November is harder than December, I would say. Are there new coaches and new challengers? Are the new coaches and new challengers separate? Yes, Jessica, absolutely. So every, on the slides, you'll see that every single month there's like a goal for each one of those, like new coaches and new challengers. Yeah, because you want to be bringing on both into your business. Good questions. Anyone else?
What was the, Sarah, what was the one-on-one for coaches in the 500 week? Do you know, or I can get it from the slides when you send
No,
them?
I can grab it right now. It's 2 times 2, so 4.
4 with that one. Okay. And then for the $1,000 a week?
It is 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll get you the slides so you can like look back and like compare stuff
I
later.
can definitely share those too. I try to take some screenshots, but.
Yeah. Awesome.
I think there's more in the chat.
Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see here. So, Julia, struggling with challenge invites. Do you do cold invites or post something about workout and like things like that and ask to join? So this is a great question. I think there's something deeper here while you're struggling with challenge invites, and it's most likely because you're not expanding your network. I think it happens a lot. I see it happen a lot where new coaches join this business and a couple things can happen. You can have really fast success like with your family members and your friends. But if you're not working to expand your network, that all stops like after 2 or 3 months, and then the coach quits because it's like, oh, it's not that easy anymore. Or a coach quits after 3 months because nobody wants to come on board because their friends and family aren't coming on board, but they're afraid to meet new people. So I really think that in this case, you have to be always meeting new people and starting new conversations. And yes, I definitely have sent cold invites, but my cold invites, I would say, are more like a free group, like join my free group, join my 6-day shred group, just to kind of give them like a, that it's not like buy something from me. You don't want to be salesy. I think sometimes that cold invite is a little salesy. So if you're starting the conversation with join my free group, that eases in the conversation a little bit more. But ultimately, if you're having conversations every day, you're going to have a ton of people that you're going to feel comfortable with, that you're going to have a relationship with, that you can invite to your challenge. I hope that helps. Okay, so Natalie says, hi, Sarah. First of all, I think you're awesome. Am I reading the one? Okay, yeah. Thank you. And I really love to get to know you in the dash. Natalie, what's your last name? Does anybody know, Natalie? Oh, Sinesi? Is that how you pronounce it?
Denise, I think.
Denise. Okay, awesome. Okay, so she says, I have a question about making this my full-time job. My goal is to be able to do this full-time by the time I have kids in 1 to 2 years. I currently work a full-time job, teach PIO 2 times a week and more, and have had a coach be able to do this. Have you had a coach be able to do this while working full-time? Do most coaches quit their full-time job once they match their income? And if so, will it take longer since we may only have 2 hours a day to work this? This is an awesome question. Okay, so for me, I think I always recommend that my coaches, if they're really thinking about quitting their full-time job, you need to have a few things lined up. Like you need to have all your debt paid off. I mean, most of it at least. You need to really have your expenses cut down. You need to plan to make sacrifices. Like you're not going out to eat. You're going to be on a strict budget. You are going to not be having cable. Like you're only really having the necessities, because for a while, I mean, when you become a full-time coach, the income that you're making is not really the full income. I mean, you still have expenses for your business and you still have taxes. So you have to take all of that into account, right? You really have to think about that stuff. Don't do it like me, because when I quit, I was making nowhere near my full-time income. I had a shitload of debt and I had no idea what I was doing. Something about it that for me, that just pushed me to work harder. But I have seen time and time again that cripples coaches. When there's so much financial stress, it cripples people and they do not build their business because they feel so crippled by the stress of finances. So make sure finances feel good and are looking good before you make that decision. And I have had tons of coaches on Team Triceps that have quit their jobs while, and have created a full-time income while working full-time. I mean, I would really look at your schedule, Natalie, and say, what can I get off my plate? And PIO is great, but maybe you can only teach it once a week. Like what is really important for you to be able to build this? Like what can you get off of your plate? So I would just like really,
Sarah, I think you muted yourself.
sorry, I didn't mean to do that. What did I miss? What did I say where did I stop? Do you remember?
You just said that you've had tons of coaches.
Oh, okay, sorry. So I've had tons of coaches that have done this. But I think you just have to figure out like what your schedule is and free up as much time as you can. And you need to look at like these activities and say, how much can I get done in my 2 hours? For me, Adam and I don't have kids either. So, when I first started, I was working my corporate job for 10 months before I quit. And at first I was only working an hour a day, and then it slowly turned into more. And then on the weekends, I was working the entire weekend on my business. So I was making sacrifices. I wasn't going out with friends. I wasn't doing any of that stuff anymore. I was just building my business. So hope that helps. But it's doable, totally doable.
Yeah. Wait, can I add something to that, Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay. So I did that to where I worked full time and then ended up quitting full time and going and doing Beachbody when my income matched what I was making. And I'll tell you that it time wise, if you can't be so disciplined with your schedule, even when you're working 40, 50 hours a week with the little bit of time you have, when you get home, especially if you have kids and you have all of that, the house, the dish, it'll just be endless. Like the discipline, I think, has to be there regardless. And I don't necessarily think it gets tons more easier when you're at home if you don't have that discipline, if that makes sense.
It doesn't. You're absolutely right. It gets hard. It gets so much harder.
Yeah.
It's so much harder. You're right.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I just feel like it's like one of those things where you're like, you feel like you're going to have a ton of time when you start working from home. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, it's 5 o'clock and you're like, what did I even do today? So yeah.
Or like you feel like you're going to have tons of time in an RV driving around, having all day, right?
Right, exactly. Not so much. Okay, let's see. What are the other questions? So Nikki, you can check out, you're having difficulty meeting people. Go to my YouTube. I have tons of team calls out there about meeting new people. There's one particular call that I did probably 2 months ago that is titled Meeting New People, and I think you'll really like it. Okay, so Amanda says, I have trouble talking about the business, basically inviting for business. I can invite all day long for my challenge groups, but what is something you would say to invite someone to coaching? Okay, so Amanda, I am going to have you go to my YouTube channel as well. I have a playlist called Join Team Triceps, and I want you to just start watching those videos because you're going to learn a lot about different ways to say it. But ultimately for me, when I first started, it was, you're really great at this, and you have this quality that I really like people that were in my challenge group or that I was talking to, and I would say, have you ever considered joining my team? Have you ever considered being a coach? Have you ever considered paying it forward and helping other people? That usually starts the conversation, because the have you ever considered, when they say no to that, it's not saying no to the opportunity, it's saying no to the have you ever considered. So that's where I would start with that. So we good? Those are awesome questions. Thanks so much for having me on, you guys. You guys are awesome. And tons of people on the call. I love it. My calls aren't ever this crowded, so you guys are awesome. Thanks for being on.
Thanks so much, Sarah. It was really helpful, and we'll have those slides so everybody can see them and get any other little details. And any questions that you need me to ask or pass on to Sarah, I can always do that. She's her YouTube playlist is awesome, seriously. I stock it all the time. So if you subscribe to her, you'll know when she's got a new video up. But truly, it's been so helpful to me. So it's very well organized.
Thanks for the shameless plug. That was awesome. Appreciate that.
But seriously, it's been helpful to me. And you're my friend, but you also have great content. So thank you so much again. I hope everybody really appreciated it. There's a lot of chats. I don't know. I think everybody's just saying thank you.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
Thanks a lot, Sarah.